Almost 2 years ago, I uploaded a video called The Jaws Ride You Never Got to Experience. Looking back, I cringe at so many aspects of the production quality, but I cringe even more at my follow-up video exploring BioShock that you probably never saw. Well, that's it for my list. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know there are quite a few I left off, but I just chose my personal favorites and some of the ones that I haven't seen covered as much in other videos. A lot has changed since then, and over the last almost 2 years, I've been overwhelmed with all of the love and support each and every one of you have shown me and the channel. I even appreciate all of the ones who have taken the time out of their busy schedules to let me know just how much they hate my voiceover. But hey, I'm working on it. Well, that brings us to September 17th, 2018, when all of you helped Yesterworld reach 100,000 subscribers. It still blows my mind, and as a thank you, I wanted to do something fun. Now and again, I've teased my short-lived career as a background extra during my time at film school and when I was bit by the acting bug. Some of you, probably half-jokingly, asked when I'd make a Yesterworld video about my time as an extra. Well, today, that's gonna become a reality. Enjoy. Okay, we can probably skip this part. Now, before we get to my time in Hollywood, my first real appearance as an extra was for an independent movie called Yesterworld. You see, I worked in a local movie theater in my small town. It was my first real job and was perfect given my passion for movies. The director of the movie was a man named Dwayne Ostabauer, and the movie was a sort of pick-your-own DVD adventure. And since he worked as a projectionist at the theater, most of the movie was shot in the lobby or on green screens. Sadly, I found out he passed away a few years ago, and though the movie isn't the highest quality, I'm glad I got to be part of the project, and fondly remember the late-night conversations we used to have. So here technically is my first extra role in a movie.
Good afternoon. As you know, Yesterworld will be opening to the public next week, which is why we've called you all here today.
But Dwayne utilized my incredible acting abilities even further with a heart-wrenching death scene.
What's wrong with you?
In 2009, my first job as a background extra in Hollywood was for a little series called Glee. Now, I should note that I always looked extremely young for my age. Believe it or not, here I am at 20 years old. Being the blissfully unaware person I can be, when I first arrived on set, I started talking with a girl around my age that I assumed to be another extra. I later found out that I'd, of course, been talking with Leah Michelle. Anyway, here I am in Season 1, Episode 12.
Make fun of me all you want, but school pictures are everything to me. They're great practice for getting photographed by the paparazzi. Invasive as the press may be, stars are dependent on them for their fame, and I feel I must be prepared. In order to do so, I join every club I possibly can. And you don't know where you are now, but what it will come to if only somebody could hear.
Back when Nickelodeon had a studio on Sunset Boulevard, the TV show Victorious was filmed on its stages. One memory I have is waiting to come on stage for this scene behind this door along with a bunch of extras. Also crammed along with us in this tiny room was Ariana Grande, who was actually really nice, and took the time to answer any of the questions the extras had. That said, here we go.
So she says to me, so what, you think you're better than everyone else? And I go, well, pretty much, yeah. Which was just me being, Tori, come on! Oh, the new play roster. Hold my coffee.
Why are you always ripping on tofu?
Because it tastes like snot. And snot does not taste good.
Hey, look who's here.
As a huge fan of Everybody Loves Raymond, I was really excited to find out I was cast as an extra playing a high school student in the short-lived Men of a Certain Age. It's actually a pretty good TV show if you ever get around to it. I didn't get to meet him, but as you can see here, we definitely shared a moment.
Yo! What's up, buddy? Where's Lucy?
You again.
Aside from Hollow You Again was my only movie appearance, and as you've probably noticed a pattern, I was again cast as a high school student. Unfortunately, a lot of my scenes I'm off camera, or my back is away from the camera. However, I did make it into a scene that was used in the trailer.
My brother is about to marry the girl who single-handedly ruined my life in high school.
You were prettier with the mask on.
I'm gonna assume you didn't see me, as my appearance here is more of a Where's Waldo, but if you squint really hard, you can spot me booing. Though you can see it a bit better in the actual movie.
Nice work, Gator.
This one's interesting because while part of the scene was included on the show, the follow-up conversation was evidently cut. If you don't believe me, here's me dressed as a page, and in the scene I was cleaning this very desk behind Bill Paxton, where him and the representative had a conversation after the hearing. I wanted to mention this for another reason. Bill Paxton himself, though I unfortunately never got to actually meet him, as we were usually moved around and herded like sheep. I can't even tell you just how many extras he took the time to shake hands with and introduce himself. Later, as all of us were eating lunch, no joke, Bill Paxton came in and started eating alongside the extras. Again, I was too far away and I didn't want to bother him, but the character and humility he showed that day has always stuck with me. Rustin Piece. Ugh, Greek. Don't get me wrong, it was a steady gig and I was often cast as a college student. But without going into details, there were a lot, and I mean a lot, of spoiled, ungrateful prima donnas. On the flip side, shout out to Clark Duke for being one of the coolest, most down-to-earth actors on set. That being said, while I never watched the show, here are a few clips I've been able to find.
There's nothing that I can't.
Oh, what are they doing? I'm dancing.
Guys!
Evan, get in.
Whoa, wait. You guys are bailing?
Run, Cap.
Well, we're not even done here. What are you talking about?
This one's pretty quick, as I was just cast as another student in an episode of Cold Case. Here I am pushing a cart, and here I am walking in the halls. Yeah, that's about it.
Rocking out and hanging out, that's what I'm all about.
Ah, my Disney television debut. This one's always been special to me for a number of reasons, one of which was having a brief encounter with Selena Gomez as we were all going to get lunch, because at the time I had literally no idea who she was. As you can see, I was cast as, surprise, a high school student, or maybe it was a middle school, I honestly can't remember. But this time I was a cafeteria worker, and surprisingly appeared in quite a bit of the episode.
Then who are you?
I'm the new PE teacher, Coach Lunch Tray.
I'm not doing this because I'm mad. I'm doing this because this is the one thing I've ever done where people really appreciate me. I just wish the school would pay me a little more.
They don't pay you anything because you don't really work here.
That doesn't matter. I didn't make a lot of money in the band. I did it for the love of the music. I do this for the love of a freshly waxed floor.
The highlight of the experience happened later that day, as I was asked to actually play a non-speaking role and interact with one of the lead actors.
Let's make this music video!
Gus! What are you doing? You're supposed to be cleaning up the messes, not making them.
Though to be honest, the best part of this whole experience was being in the same room as Carl Winslow himself. I even made it into the music video and the end credits. So that's it. I did quite a few more, but honestly, I just have no idea which episodes. I hope you guys had some fun with this, and if you're interested for another in the future, I also did quite a bit of short films. But thank you all so much again for helping me reach 100,000 subscribers. It means more than I can honestly put into words, and I'm so grateful for each and every one of you. Here's to the hopefully next 100,000 more, and I'll see you all next time in Yesterworld.